So I just made what might be either the best or worst decision I've ever made in my life. I moved to Nashville. I'm 31 years old. I have a wife and a 1-year-old kid. And I thought, you know what? This is the final chance that I'm giving myself to make it in music. I've been really fortunate for the past 5 years to be able to make a really good full-time income from music from a place that doesn't really have the infrastructure for you to grow all that much. And last year I found that I was just really struggling with inflation, less people having the money to be able to hire me to produce for them, and also a lot of the festivals that I was booked for regularly, wanting to hire some new people and get some new names on the roster, which I completely understand. But it's hard when your summer income really relies on those gigs that now aren't really coming through. So because now I'm a dad, my priorities have changed a lot. I'm not really trying to pursue being a famous musician anymore. I'm just trying to figure out how to make a living continuing to do this and continuing to be able to provide for my family with the thing that I'm passionate about. So I had two options. I either find a supplementary income or I give it one final shot to really make something happen with music. And that required moving to somewhere that would allow for that possibility. I will also mention that I didn't just come here on a whim. I've been coming to Nashville for the past 4 years for maybe 10 days max at a time, meeting people, doing showcases, connecting with other artists, other producers, and I also have management now out here, which has really helped make this possible. So I'm not just coming here completely blindfolded into some place that I've never had any experience. I've also had the privilege of being nominated for a Juno Award. I've had my music used in some big shows like Love is Blind. So I'm not starting from scratch. I have something tangible and I have some proof of concept that has allowed me to actually make a feasible chance at doing this. That all being said, I've left a lot of income on the table moving here. I've had a lot of gigs that booked me regularly and a lot of people that worked with me pretty regularly back home. Coming to a place where I sort of have to start from scratch and build a name up for myself all over again. So, and not to mention doing that with a baby, it adds a whole new level of complication. So I've given myself essentially a year to see if I can get anything real and tangible off the ground here from Nashville. And we're just gonna kind of tough it out and see what happens. But I'm gonna document this whole process and let you know what the challenges are, what the wins and the losses and just everything in between of trying to make it as a musician in Nashville in 2025, interesting times, and just I'm curious to see what happens, and I want to take you along with me for the ride. So I'm coming up on my third week in Nashville now. The first week was with family. We were showing them around the place. Second week was my first meetings. I played a showcase. It was also just a great time to kind of reconnect with my friends here. And now week 3, I'm really diving heavy into publisher meetings this week. I'm starting my first co-writes on Friday. And then next week, I'm really diving into writing. So it's a jam-packed schedule already. But to say that there hasn't been any difficulties would be a stretch. So we were supposed to be getting our U-Haul crates by now, and we have not. And so we've been living pretty much in an empty apartment for the last 2 weeks, and it's been really difficult because we don't have pretty much anything. I'm gonna show you around. So this is our bedroom, and our bed frame has basically become a drying rack because our mattress is in the U-Haul crate. And so this room has kind of just turned into a laundry room, a dinner table, and then pretty much nothing else. It's been pretty rough. This is my makeshift studio until I find a place to work from, but most of my equipment is also in the U-Haul crate. And we've been sleeping on an air mattress, me, my wife, and our 1-year-old. Not to mention, it's been nearly impossible to get a social security number, which you pretty much need for every single thing here. It was really hard to get electrical, and it was hard to get a bank account, and pretty much anything else. I can't get a credit card yet. So I have an appointment next week to even apply for one. and then I have to wait however long it takes at that point. So I've been really handcuffed without that social security number. And then to top everything off, the brake rotors and pads on my vehicle that I drove 33 hours to Nashville kind of crapped the bed on me, and I had to get those replaced. So I was out of a vehicle for a day and kind of panicking about what that was going to cost. So it's been interesting. But that all being said, I'm so excited to be here. I've already had some really great meetings, and I have some even more exciting ones coming this week, and I'm just really thrilled to share this process with you, and you can kind of track in real time how this is going, what the vibe is here in Nashville, and if it's someplace that you could consider moving yourself. Use me as a guinea pig, and I am not gonna sugarcoat or hide anything. If it doesn't go well, you'll know, and I'll be honest, and I'm excited to kind of see what happens and take you along for the ride with me. So hit the subscribe button if you want to have more updates on how this goes, and I'll be making another video really soon because I've already had a lot of cool things happen, and I want to share more about that in my second episode. So subscribe, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.